Hey folks, Nick Harrington here from Lake Sharp. It is late fall here, mid-November on the Missouri River. We have been pitching jigs for walleyes, and if you've been following our videos, you'll see this is really how we've been getting our fish, is pitching jigs all fall long. We've basically been doing it for 3 weeks, almost a month. And I think the biggest thing, to me, a mistake I see a lot of anglers make here on the river is not understanding how the current impacts their jig. So if you've been watching us these last couple weeks, you'll see that what we're doing is we're literally just casting out behind the boat, letting the current do its thing, letting the current just take the jig, just keep it kind of tight, semi-tight, and we're just kind of floating out. Like you see, I work it a little bit, but not terribly much. An issue I see a lot of folks making is they're pitching up current with it and letting that current drag their jig to them. Makes sense in theory, but here's why that doesn't work very well. You think about it, the current is retrieving your jig itself, right? Okay, I get that. But what happens is you're keeping your line slack the entire time. So all you end up doing is reeling down to it, but all you're doing is just pick up the slack. You're not putting any action in it. When I put a pop in my jig, it goes straight to my jig because my line is tight. And the other thing about it, these fish are not smacking it. So if one just kind of picks it up and it's in the time that the line is slack, you're going to end up missing a lot of fish. So I think folks get a lot of bites that they don't even know about and miss a lot of fish, whereas this, I got my line tight, semi-tight. When I get a bite, I know about it, and I can reel down to it, and I can get a good stick in it. So that's just one issue I see a lot here on the river. Folks just not understanding how that current impacts their jig. Do not cast into the current and try to float it down. I get what you're trying to do. Don't do it. You're going to get way more fish either casting just adjacent to the current and letting it sweep it back, or in this case, just casting into it direct to it. But no matter what, know your angles. Cast with and sweep, or just cast behind and hold. But casting in and back, just not going to work out. Good fishing.